Yo, 9 p.m. sharp, the camera zoom in. A live debate, world waiting for the win. 5 on the panel, but 1 stands tall. Name's Jay, no sway, just facts and brawl. Suit crisp, mind quick, eyes locked in. While they toss noise, he speaks with spin. Anchor says you take, he leans to the mic. Drops a truth bomb, makes the whole room spike. This ain't just news, it's a verbal war zone. Mic in his hand, but he battles alone. Facts like fire, logic like blades. Jay don't flinch when the whole room fades. From left to right, they come for the crown.
Hello and welcome to News and Debate. Let's start. Today we will cover some news on Twitter, X now, X Twitter. And let's see what happened in the past few days, okay? The United States ran a nearly $200 billion surplus in September, but Bunsen revealed the deficit shrunk by $41 billion. Okay, is it true that? This is exactly what I voted for. Yeah, of course, what we want is to have good numbers. I hope it will continue for October, November, and December until the end of the year. If it's continue, it's a good sign that what they are doing is working, or not just a one shot, But let's wait and see. Okay, a federal appeals court will allow President Trump to deploy the National Guard to Portland, Oregon, despite objections from state and local officials. Yeah, I don't know what right now. If I'm correct, it was deployed in Chicago. No, let's maybe just ask Croc. Hey, Grog. Where the National Guard is deployed right now? Okay. Portland. Oh, it's already in the list of Grog. Chicago, Illinois National Guard, 300 people. Texas National Guard, 200. 500. Protect ICE facilities on federal personnel from protests, border, crime support. Portland, Oregon, Memphis, Tennessee. Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., southern US border, and San Francisco. Okay. Right now, most of the people are deployed in Washington, D.C., Chicago, undisclosed for Los Angeles. I'm surprised that the US border only 200, 300 people to protect the border. I will ask if it's a good thing. Okay, does the decision to deploy the National Guard give results right now? Is it working well? On Washington started in August, or it's 2 months ago. Overall crime minus 18%, homicide minus 25%, violent crime minus 60%. This number seems good right now. Troops focus on tourist federal area, not highest crime wards, early fairly effective per local police. Report 70% overall jobs, but unverified. Okay. Okay, but they are not deployed in the highest crime wards. But maybe if we have already this kind of results, if the numbers are accurate and not over exaggerated, it can be also a good idea to deploy them in the highest crime wards. I mean, if you really want to fight the crime, you need to go in these zones. Memphis, overall crime at 25-year low, homicides. Okay. Okay, but it was started early October. It's not really very recent. Los Angeles since June. It was the first place where they deployed. Violent crime minus 7%. Okay. Murder minus 25%. Not even 20 nationally. I don't know what it means, that. Down minus. Okay. Pre-full deployment. Pending. Okay, I think in Portland it's not yet really deployed. Okay, is it working well? Short-term results, yes, in pockets. DC quick, 18-25% drops on Memphis hotspots. Improvement suggests deterrence from visible presence. Police chiefs, not boosted patrols and arrests. Its sentiment leans positive among supporters. Yeah, but it's not about supporters, just me. I want numbers. If the numbers are good, I'm fine. Trump saved DC on 40% drop in Memphis violence. 40 missing kids recovered in Memphis highlights. Oh. If it's true, this is really a win. Let's check that. Um, 44 missing children found in Memphis as part of Trump admin crime crackdown. Holy shit. I mean, it's pretty good. Okay, it doesn't load. Take too much time. Okay. Over 40 more missing children have been found. Thank you, Tom Aman, ICE on Memphis Task Force. Okay, limitations and criticisms. Not targeted efficiency. Troops often guard federal sites, tourist zones, not high-risk areas. Experts like Adam Delb. Okay, one day I was watching an interview. I don't remember the guy that was speaking, but he was saying that the National Guard isn't really prepared, trained to work in urban areas, in city neighborhoods. They don't have the police experience, and he had some doubt about how effective the National Guard will be in these zones, And it's a good point here. They're also saying that they are not really in the high risk areas, but maybe with some time uh, experience um, with the police in the cities, they will be able to do something. They will get more skills, better prepared to fight crime. I think it's not magic, it cannot work like that by magic. We need to let them some time to have result, of course. I would be no surprise if during the first month we don't have very good results. The thing is, if it's just for a few weeks or months and after they go back, maybe it will not work. But if they can do that on the long run for several months, I think they can have some results. Broader context declines align with national trend. Declines align with national trend. Homicide minus 32 in DC pre-surgery. Oh, okay. Okay, it was already declining before the National Guard. The question is how the National Guard is helping to decline even more. Injection limit arrest. Oh, many troops are unarmed. Okay, means they okay. For many of them, they are not able to really fight the crime. You cannot fight the crime with bare hands. Oppose proposed deployment setting. Okay. Send them in for safety con. Increase homelessness, crime in DC. Okay. I will not judge right now. Detailed analysis. Okay, just let's check the Memphis results. About 3 weeks. Oh, Memphis had the nation's highest violent crime rate among major cities. Really? US cities high crime rate. Okay, just let's check Wikipedia and Council on City. January 2, okay. Okay, a lot of things are down in 2025. That's good news. The year is not finished yet, but overall the numbers are good. Okay, motor vehicle is up 2%, non-residential burglary. Chicago. It's so, I mean, the difference is huge. Detroit, Philadelphia, but Chicago, wow. St. Louis. Okay, it's the count, it's not the rate. But yeah, just seeing the numbers like that. And why is Chicago here? Oh, I saw it. It's here. Okay, it's not one of the most dangerous, but it's high. It's already high. Detroit, Little Rock, St. Louis, Baltimore. Where is Memphis? I don't see Memphis here. Okay. Crime rate per 100,000 people. In total, if I order by the total. Yeah, Memphis is first. Chicago is not here. Oakland is second too. Okay. Okay, Memphis is a really highly criminal city. Now I understand why you wanted to send the National Guard in it. Yeah, of course, it's so new. It's so new. You cannot really have a good view of the results. But it's interesting, and we will keep track on it and follow that to know if deploying the National Guard is a good thing or not. But I hope it's really promising. And I really hope that there will not be, how to say, you know, human right offense. But pretty interesting, really. Yeah, I'm not watching ESPN. I don't know this guy. I don't care. Maybe you have heard about the Amazon issue. A lot of apps were not working. I am an Amazon Prime Video user on the app on Amazon TV. It's a shame. It's not working, lagging, a lot of bugs. It's really a shitty service, Amazon Prime. Okay, after an activist judge DC refusal to jail Big Balls attackers, US Attorney Pirro announced she will be bringing federal charges against them. Okay. Since the raids began, over 170 American citizens have been detained by federal agents without warrants, without probable cause, and without due process. Mayor Karen Bass.
Anyone, to all of us at any period of time. In addition to undocumented individuals being detained, we also know that legal residents, people who were attending court hearings, were detained, and we now know that there is evidence of over 170 U.S. citizens who have been detained. And it's important that we say today that what is happening to undocumented immigrants is also happening to U.S. citizens, which means that this can happen to anyone, to all of us at any period of time. In addition,
Okay, I don't know what it means, what it's about. I don't know if they've been detained because they committed a crime or not. If they committed a crime, okay, let's check. Is the due process was not in effect or not. But if they have not committed a crime, it's a shame. I have no idea. Hey, Democrats, it is your due process signed into law by Sly Willie. Yeah, that's true. I mean, right now, what is happening is all because for the past 2 decades, even 3 decades, California made the worst possible choice. And now we are harvesting the results. Caroline Leavitt is now officially the most liked new White House press secretary in American history. I don't know her. And I don't know the previous press secretary. And to be honest, it's really not interesting.
Look at the progress. Why will a new office building for California lawmakers cost as much as an NFL stadium? That's a question we've been asking California's legislative leaders overseeing the Capitol Annex project. Live Copter 3 flew over, getting this exclusive look at the progress crews have made. The $1.1 billion project is supposed to cover costs for the office building, parking garage, and a new visitor center.
But it will also include private hallways for lawmakers that allow them to avoid the public and avoid us, the media. Area 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala has been digging into this plan and has an update.
So this guy looks
This new
like
office today, given the California
Include private hallways for lawmakers that allow them to avoid the public and avoid us, the media. Area 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala has been digging into this plan and has an update.
This new office building in Sacramento is going to be one of the most expensive buildings in the United States. And yes, California taxpayers are footing the bill, even though the lawsuits against.
Okay, here we are speaking about California taxpayers for California Capitol. I mean, if the Californians voted for that and they paid for that, fine. I mean, I don't care. They can spend that money. It's not my business. I don't live in California. And to be honest, capitals are really, really beautiful buildings. Stone buildings with high ceiling, golden decoration. It's very lovely. And when you visit these buildings, I don't know you, but me, I am really happy to visit this building and enjoy the view. And right now, I know that the cost for this kind of building is huge. So expensive. 1.1 billion seems not really expensive for this kind of building. But I don't care. Let's listen that.
Mr. President, thank you for having us in your home. I think the main thing I take away from you is work ethic, something we preach, and nobody works harder for America than you. So thank you for setting a good example. Mr. President, thank you for having us in your home. I think...
You know what? Recently, Trump made the peace between Israel and Palestinian. He's working to deploy the National Guard. Right now, okay, there is a shutdown, but for now, not a big problem right now. And if everything continues like that, he will be more and more respected, I think. I don't like all what he are doing, but at least if he has some results, he deserves to be recognized by the Democrats and by all international leaders. I love this picture. Trump making fries. What's she saying here?
Another matter, over the past few days, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has unveiled shocking new evidence that former President Barack Obama and top aides in the Obama administration conspired to subvert President Trump's 2016 election victory and undermine the democratic will of the American people. While publicly pretending to engage in a peaceful transfer of power, in private, former President Obama went to great and nefarious lengths to try to sow discord among the public and sabotage his successor, President Trump. The new evidence released by the Director of National Intelligence, who is here with me today, confirms that the Obama administration manufactured politicized intelligence, which was later used as the justification for baseless smears against President Trump in an effort to try to delegitimize his victory before he even took the oath of office. The truth is that President Trump never had anything to do with Russia, and the Russia collusion hoax was a massive fraud perpetuated on the American people from the very beginning. And the worst part of this is Obama knew that truth, and so did all of the other corrupt officials involved in this scam, including former CIA Director John Brennan, former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper, former FBI Director James Comey, former Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, and many others. Director of National Intelligence Gabbard's report further confirms what we already knew. There was no collusion, no corruption, except on the part of Barack Obama and the weaponized intelligence agencies at the time. The Russia hoax was a blatant lie, all ginned up by Democrat political operatives that were signed off on by then President Obama and leaked to the news media to launch a years-long witch hunt against President Trump and his first administration. Allies of the president, including his own son, Donald Trump Jr., were disgustingly smeared as Russian assets, and some even had their lives destroyed because of this vicious lie. The president's first 2 years in office had this fake distraction hanging over it, and endless resources, time, and political capital were spent having to debunk these lies from the highest levels of our government. Now, nearly 10 years later, thanks to the declassification of documents by Director Gabbard, the truth has finally come to light. And this truth vindicates President Trump, his family, and his many allies and associates who were smeared with defamatory lies. President Trump was right from the beginning about all of this, and we are grateful that justice can be served. Now, we have even more damning evidence implicating those who tried to sabotage.
Okay. One thing I wanted to check also, it's what said Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's that I think he's right on that. Arnold Schwarzenegger is going viral for demonstrating how to save democracy. Make election day a federal holiday, fair redistricting in all 50 states, voter ID in all 50 states. I think that can make a common ground with Democrats, because everybody wants to have truthful votes, to be confident in the results of the votes, and these proposals are very good and are a good start to make people going to vote.
Go and make election day a holiday, so that everyone has time to go out and go to the election.
Well, again, this is something Democrats are all for and Republicans are all against.
Here's the second point.
Okay.
Second point is you have to have fair redistricting, to have independent redistricting commission in each state all over the United States.
Yeah.
And number three,
except they won't do it.
and number three, to have a voter ID, so that when you go and vote, people should know that you are that person.
Yes.
Those are all things that they have back in Europe.
Right.
So I come from Europe. I'm giving you just ideas, not that I created those ideas. Those are things that are happening in Europe and have happened for centuries.
Right.
So this is why I think that it is important that we do the same thing here. I think if we take those three things, there's something that the Republicans like, there's something that the Democrats like, get together and solve this problem. It's the same. It's no different than talking about energy or anything like that, where Democrats and Republicans can get together. You give something to the Republicans, you create more nuclear power. You give something to the Democrats, create more renewable power, and all of a sudden we have 80% of energy, of clean energy in America. This is the way we have to do it. We have to go talk to each other rather than hating each other. Talk to each other, because that's what the people want and that's what the people need.
Yeah, he had good points. I think these propositions are really good, and it's easy to implement. I agree with him, but we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. We are not mob rule. Yes, US is not a democracy, not a fully democracy, but it's kind of representative democracy, which is a democracy, okay, but not like in the European meaning. But even that, we can do what
We're talking here
he
about
said.
saving
Oh,
democracy.
he's saying that the clap for the true first proposal, but not for the voter ID. The Jones didn't clap for the voter ID part, and also that Mayor didn't say that he liked that part. Just watch again.
What I suggest, we're talking here about saving democracy. What I suggest that the way we save democracy nationwide is to really have a proposal like, for instance, the Save Democracy Act. It's just an idea where we go and make Election Day a holiday, so that everyone has time to go out and go to the election.
Well, again, this is something Democrats are all for and Republicans are all against.
Here's the second point.
Okay.
Second point is you have to have fair redistricting, to have independent redistricting commission in each state all over the United States.
Yeah,
And number three,
except they won't do it.
Second
number
clap.
three, to have a voter ID. So that when you go and
Sure.
vote, people should know that you are that person.
Yes.
Those are all things that they have back in Europe.
Right.
So I come from Europe. I'm giving you just ideas, not that I
Yeah,
created
no
this ideas.
claps here.
Those are things that are happening in Europe and have happened for centuries.
Right.
So this is why I think that it is important that we do the same
The
thing. here.
public
I think if we
didn't
take
clap
those three things,
this
there's something that the
third
Republicans like, there's something that the
proposition.
Democrats like. Get together and solve this problem. It's the same. It's no different than talking about energy or anything like that, where Democrats and Republicans can get together. You give something to the Republicans.
I don't know why Democrats don't like the idea to have a voter ID. It's so simple. Yeah, why don't people use their license driver, SSN, or whatever? I don't know. They can create a new ID card, I don't care. But an ID that is federal production, and you are only one people can have this ID, and when you vote, nobody can vote for you. The new problem is that damn states are now giving IDs to illegal. Why? I mean, can it be a federal thing instead of a state thing? Why do we trust him now? He was batshit crazy just a little while ago. Why change him so fast? I don't know what he's speaking about, but no matter what he said before, if right now he's saying something that makes sense, that can make the country on the right path, yeah, we should listen. We should trust that the ideas, the proposal, not the people, Anybody can say something that is right, even if there's something wrong things before. Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people need to really use the correct words. It's a representative democracy. That's it. Yeah, to understand that, I really suggest to read Tocqueville. Tocqueville is a writer on the I don't remember the name of the book. Yeah, Democracy in America. Everybody should read this book. My plan will restore power to the people and restore confidence in our democracy. 74% want election day to be an holiday. 75% believe gerrymandering is a major problem. Yeah, it's a problem, the gerrymandering, to change the districts all the time, elections after elections. It's like manipulation, I mean, it should be fixed and never changed. 83% support requiring an ID to vote. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, it's what I wanted to show you today. Thank you for listening and hope to see you next time in News on Debate. Bye.